I just say, the truth is like a lion. It does not need to be defended. You set it free, and it will defend itself.
Sunshine and lollipops and moonbeams and everything. Hey, I don't know. Sorry about that. Well, what we have here is a local lady, and being in a liberal cesspool I am, you still get surprised sometimes. But I'm not going to call this. I'm going to call her Moonbeam. She's a nice lady. She is very nice, and she's had the change. She went through the metamorphosis of going from liberal to somewhere else. But you can still see there's a lot of wishful thinking in here. But I can't, again, hold anything she's saying short, because I am not, of course, the last stop for what is the ultimate truth. I just know from hard experience and history that, well, prepare for the worst. Pray for the best. So I hope you enjoy her. It's an interesting conversation. She's very much into the disclosure of she thinks the disclosure of aliens will be happening soon. And she thinks that they might help save us. Okay. I was hoping Barr would do some of that, but I don't see that happening either. And yeah, things are getting very, very strange. Look, silver went up over $1 in one day. It's climbing real high. That's not a good sign if you don't have silver, and a good sign if you own a lot of it. But it's certainly a harbinger for what is coming. It means that somebody knows something, and the financial markets are getting very shaky. So I don't know how much longer we can hang on to this illusion, but one of these days it is going to collapse. And let's hope there's aliens out there that come along and save us, because we're not going to be able to save ourselves. God help us. Yeah, that's it. Look, I'll believe in God before I believe in the aliens, but okay, if you like it, you like it. If you care, you share. The best way to become a subscriber, I know some of you said the link isn't working, is go to subscribestar.com and then just search Badass Uncle Sam, and hopefully you find the link and the tiers to subscribe, because I tried working on it this morning, and I can't figure it out. I need tech help. Need a lot of help. Other than that, I know my shop button should be working. Please go get one of my designs. That always helps. Or if you just want to throw money at me, you can do that at my PayPal account through my email address. Okay, thank you very much. God bless for stopping by. Remember to pray for me, and I'll see you on the flip side. Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're slaughtering him. Yeah. And the thing is, he's meant to be stuff because he's trying to break away. He's trying to get rid of some of the cabal, evil, bad guys. And no one gets this. And he didn't rape a dozen women, and he's not as racist. And I'm so sick of them. He says a sentence of 14 words. They take 3 of them
Yeah.
and they put them in. They put things in and take things out. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah,
So
indeed.
it's nice to say, I mean, I'm not going to even, I can't, I'm a liberal. I've always been liberal. And then I started kind of reading up on what he's actually trying to do and what's going on and how he's supposed to be doing this. So I can't even tell some of my friends back in California that I might vote for him because they wouldn't talk to me anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's dividing our country.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. You're absolutely
But you're out there with your American stuff doing it, right, dude?
Thank you. Well, you know, you're pretty much echoing what I hear a lot of people saying. I was a liberal at one time. I was a, hardcore hippie leftist,
yeah.
all about
I
free
know.
speech and ending the war, right? And then, because this metamorphosis happened, now you've got the leftists stopping free speech, which is like, what? I mean, the home of free speech, Berkeley. They are stopping people from speaking.
You know, see, what I finally was telling my friend back in town, I'm living here now, I said, you know what's amazing? Who I thought was the good guys are the bad guys,
Yeah.
and who I thought were the bad guys are the good guys. He goes, you know what, that's about what's going on, that's about it.
Indeed.
Because under the guise of disguise, whatever the word is, democracy are these people that have done terrible. The Clinton Foundation is so fucking corrupt.
Yes.
I mean, excuse my French. So I'm just like, when my eyes opened, I was like, oh my God.
What opened your eyes? What did it?
Well, you know, I've read David Icke. You know who he is?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, some people don't. And that opened me up. I read stuff about Bringers of the Dawn and E.T. stuff way back, so I knew that was coming up. But he's into all this corruption. Like they start, both sides start we fund both sides. We funded Hitler. You
Right.
know? I read that book. I don't know, I think I was Human Race Get Off Your Knees about 10 years ago. So I knew there was stuff going on, but I was like, he really opened my eyes about some stuff.
Right.
And I was like, Jesus.
I know.
So then, I came down here, and I couldn't vote. I was so happy because I didn't like either Trump or Hillary. Then I'm like, oh my God, thank God she didn't get in. Oh my God. And there's terrible things that they do
Yes.
that people don't realize. And
Yes.
I don't know, but I've talked to a few people that know insiders or they know things, or you see it on the internet, and they say 5 years, and then some people say full disclosure is not going to be for 100. That's not true. It's going to be closer than that. It's not going to be 100 years. It may be 20, but there's going to be disclosure starting in 5 years when he's reelected, and he will be. I know this. I feel it. Then they're going to go, oh, and there's going to be a catalyst. It's going to be next summer. I don't know what it is. It may be the JFK thing. I think he knew he was going to be murdered. His people that were watching him, the Earth Alliance, or what do they call them? The Patriot people said, oh my God, they've been watching him. They found something in his plane, and then he faked the stuff. I believe that.
9/11's another thing that might come out.
Oh God, yes. Oh, there's photos of black planes flying into, they hire these people as actors. They hire them as actors. And now they're creating the gun thing because they start this. They either program the person to kill people, and they can do that, mind control, or they hire people as actors, and then I'm reading David Icke again now, and I'm like, the whole world is.
Are you familiar with Stephen Quayle's work?
No.
Get familiar with him. Stephen Quayle.
You were going to say, I was thinking Quayle, not Dan Quayle.
No, Stephen Quayle. Stephen. You want to check his work. It's on he does a lot of research on ancient history, the Nephilims, the giants.
Oh yeah, I'm into that.
How they found
The skull.
Egyptian mummy. Yeah, thank
They're
you.
this big.
Right.
Yeah, and
like this
the
big.
skull goes back like that, hello.
Right.
And then the people say, oh, that's fake. They're not real. See, what's weird is when you say something, somebody goes, well, Carolyn, where'd you read it? They could have faked that.
Yeah.
So then you're in this thing, you're like, don't even talk to me. Because anyone say anything can be fake.
Oh, well, indeed.
Anything can be fake, right? So.
Well, it was Casey, who was a CIA director, it says, once we get people to not believe anything they hear, we've won. And that's it. They put out misinformation. They actually go out there and, you know what it is. It's called projection.
Yes.
They project what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And then if we repeat it, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
You know, and then they put you down as being crazy. So they can project what they're going to do. and then go ahead because they feel it gives them power. See?
You know what I was reading that makes sense? It goes back to Hegel, like the thesis versus antithesis equals synthesis. So it's like problem, reaction of the people, and then solution.
Problem, reaction,
so they create
solution.
the problem, then they come in and say, oh, we're going to do this. They're either a breadbasket or guns or whatever. We're going to wipe them all out. And it's really, really scary.
Yeah.
You know, when you really think about how controlled we are. And that's why I say to my friends, I say, you know what? I don't want to talk about this. I say, don't come to my house and start screaming about politics. We're not talking about it. Because I have some good friends that just really... I have 2 good friends that believe what I believe. But I've got about 5 or 6 others that I can't talk about.
Yeah.
And I just say, you know, the truth is like a lion. It does not need to be defended. You set it free, and it will defend itself. So eventually, when things start coming up, they're going to go, they've done that to us, and I'm like they've been doing it for years, you know. So it's sad and it's awful, but then when you start seeing it, then you go, okay, there's moments we gotta. What I heard, I don't know. David Icke is a little far-fetched sometimes. He says that a lot of the Holocaust was faked also. Now, I think some of that's very real. When they knew what they were going to do, they got a lot of the people out. And they already had an agenda to set up the state of Israel. That is because the Rothschilds, that's a big cover for them. Okay? Israel's one of the most powerful armies in the world, you know? And they want that, okay? So, but the people who are left behind are the ones that really got slaughtered, and they don't give a shit. And these people don't care about the human beings. They just want their agenda, and they want the world power, and then they can live as the elite is up on the top of the pyramid, and then have everyone else be their slave race or whatever. And you know what? Finally, and what I've heard with the Trump thing is that he was almost groomed, like Kennedy was groomed, and his father, his uncle was really good friends with, not good friends, but knew of Tesla. And they kind of covered it up, it's hard to find it, but and all this great energy and all the cover-ups for all the scientific stuff that, you know, if we disclose this, we're going to torture your children in front of you, you know, or something awful, okay? So, oh yes, we won't disclose anything, yes sir, you know. So we have all these cures and we have all this stuff and we have stuff to transform humanity.
Have you watched the documentary Thrive?
Yes, I've watched Thrive. I watched that like 7 years ago. Yeah. Whenever it came out. Yeah, no, I watched it. And I just watched, anyway, so I just watched one recently on the JFK thing, Finding the Thing. And when Princess died, I said they did it. When JFK, I said they did it. When 9/11 happened, I said they did it. And everyone's, you know, like, Caroline, you know, so I just, whoop. And then I thought, you know, there was a flash where Elvis, someone, magazine or something, I read that Elvis had faked his death because he wanted to work with the crime people. So it went through my mind that JFK, I don't know why, because I see things. But then I forgot about it. And then I saw this article and it hinted of it, and I called up my friend David. I said, David, does anyone else know or think that I'm thinking that maybe he faked his death? He goes, Caroline, it's all over the internet. I'm like, and I didn't know this, so I'm not looking it up because I just get my own clues when I know it. I ask the universe to send me a clue, and then it comes. So I believe he may be the catalyst next summer. Maybe we could see a Democrat and Republican walk hand in hand in the White House. What would that do, you know? We don't know.
Well, most of the people I've been asking that are in government, military.
Asking what?
When I ask them what do you think is going to happen, or is this like, are we going to see any justice, or is it just us? Overwhelmingly, what I hear from police and military and government, it's going to take a revolution. We're not going to see the system correct itself. The system is too corrupt.
Well, or a revolution doesn't have to be a physical revolution. It can be a mental revolution. When
we've already had that. It's already going on.
Okay, I know. But what I'm saying is the revolution I see is disclosure. I don't see it with fighting.
It's going to, no, there'll be blood.
I see it with information.
There'll be blood.
Well, yeah.
Because you got people out here that are not going to accept the truth. They will fight to the death.
Well, then maybe if we bring our galactic brothers and sisters, I don't know how much you believe in that. That would help it, wouldn't it? Oh, and Trump announces in a few years we're going to introduce you to, and they're going to introduce ourselves, and they just look like us, or in the human galaxy, and yeah.
I wouldn't count on that. But I mean, you know,
That's the only thing
we're
I
at a
can-
time in history that, listen, anything can happen. Anything. So I mean,
But to me,
if
that-
we're going to go and look at history and go by that, just by what we know, there'll be blood. But then again, anything can happen.
I don't feel that. I don't feel there's going to be the
Oh,
blood.
well, I
And that's
hope
my
you're
own
right.
personal. I think it's going to be a disclosure of things are going to open up so much. You have to realize the same network that they've spied on us about, we can spy on them. All the National
Oh, yeah.
Security Agency, that stuff is all on
Yeah.
tape. It's all recorded.
That's true.
You
That's
understand? So when they're
that
gonna
was the
come out-
Achilles heel.
Yeah, yes. So it's going to come out, and they didn't think like that.
Right.
And that's what's happened. And what's amazing, see, that's why the gun control is happening. You understand that? Because the patriots in the military, and I think it's a lot of it's Navy, seafaring, Navy, Marines. I don't know why. I just felt it came out from that. It was spread. They're not going to put up with this shit. And yes, there could be like, okay, we got the gun, put it down, a little bit, but not. I don't think it's going to be like a heavy blood revolution. I think it's.
Well, it won't last long. If it happens, it won't last long.
You have to realize these people that have been running this planet are desperate.
Okay.
They're desperate, so they're grabbing at anything. You know what their fluoride in the water? You know what fluoride does to your pineal gland? Your pineal is what is your natural chemical that makes you relax and produces serotonin and melatonin, all that stuff.
I used it in the concentration camps.
I drink bottled water, but inmate. Oh my God, look at this. I've heard there's also a lot of courts going on underground. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, big time CEOs. Okay, I'll resign. It's okay. Don't do that. And they're getting backed against the wall. And then some of them are going to go to Gitmo or somewhere, And I think they should. But then that's the disclosure. They're trying to work with some of these people because there's people above them, I believe. And that goes into the fourth dimension and all this other stuff. But there's people that are terrified. And don't even talk to me about what they've done with children. Don't even go there. I can't even. It's horrid.
Oh, sure.
It's horrid.
That's.
What's your name?
I mean, that's badass Uncle Sam, Mike DeBerry.
Mike, thank you. I'm going to run because I'm so hot. I got to.
Yeah, this is a get out of
Oh,
jail
I have
free
one.
card. Oh, you got one?
I got one.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's a chance.
Yeah.
So what
And on the back, I have a YouTube channel. You can see I film a lot of my encounters out here, and you can see some of the.
I got one. Well, I got two.
Yeah, and you can see the interviews I have with people and
Oh, okay.
a lot of the government people I speak to and authorities.
And there's and the thing is, there's a lot of insiders, and that's why the internet's good and stuff is coming up, and
the whistleblowers are coming out in Google right now.
What?
The whistleblowers that are coming out with Google from Google, and all of them are exposing. But I'm having a problem with two things. We're not seeing Barr doing anything, and we're not seeing Trump doing anything about
I
the
heard Barr
censorship.
was supposed to disclose some stuff. Didn't you hear that? There was
When?
some stuff we was going to do. Yeah, when exactly?
When?
Exactly.
I mean, the IG
But
report
but
comes
you have
out.
to
He
realize
didn't. He let Comey off the hook.
Trump is. I know he knows stuff that he's not saying.
Well, he knows a lot. He's not saying.
Q.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not into Q.
I don't trust him.
Okay, anyway, the thing is, what I'm saying is these people that ask Q, is JFK Jr. Roy lied, fake? He said no, he's an insider apparently. Well, and I'm saying to my friend, even if there was that, no one's going to admit that. They would blow him away.
Yeah.
I do believe him. So I believe all this stuff is like meant to happen, and it's been planned by the Patriots, and this has been going on for 30 years. I mean, they've been planning this. This is not just, we're going to wake up and do it. It had to be strategically
Agenda
planned.
21, Agenda 2030.
Yes, exactly.
Right,
So, and it had to be undercover.
Georgia Guides.
It had to work undercover, underground,
Of course.
everything. I got to run. Thanks,
God
Mike.
bless you. Stop by again and
Okay,
talk.
you be good.
All right.
Be good.
Well, sweet woman, nice, and yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to see the aliens come down. Full disclosure. But if any of you read Arthur C. Clarke's Childhood's End, That didn't turn out too well for us. Anyway, God bless you. Thanks for coming by. Remember to pray for you on the streets. And see you.